Hello, everybody. Good morning. Today is a beautiful day in Tampa, Florida. Today is March the 15th, and I want to share my thoughts again. Today, thank you again for joining Sister I Got You podcast, and I want to touch on the topic about something that I came across as I be watching and researching and studying things. So let me introduce myself again for people that haven't listened to the intro. I am Keisha Latoya. I started this podcast. I also have a Facebook group called Sister I Got You. So if you are on Facebook, please go like my Facebook page. Sister I Got You. It's basically me sharing inspiration for other women. It don't matter the background of the woman. It just is for women, period. And basically sharing my struggles that I have been through in past and current relationships. Also giving advice or just encouraging words to uplift a sister in need. So I want to just touch bases on someone I met yesterday. I do work at a nonprofit. And I ran across this young mother. She was telling me how she fled her relationship because it was abusive and she knew it wasn't right. So she knew she had to fled because she was tired of getting beat on. She was tired of going through the things she was going through. And she broke down in the process of telling me. And I had to let her know it's okay. You didn't do the wrong thing by leaving. You did the right thing by leaving the situation. Because if you would have stayed, you still would have been going through the things you're going through. And ladies, if you are someone who is going through domestic violence, please leave. Please get out. It is okay to start over. Don't have that fear in you that you do not want to start over because you don't want to be without. And us as women, I think that's the issue. When we are in certain situations, we don't want to leave the situation because we are so codependent on the male providing for us that we are afraid to be without what he was giving. And that's what she was speaking on. She was like, I used to look like you. I used to, have my nails, my hair done, looking good. But I said, girl, it's okay. You did what was right for you and your children. So it's okay to start over. It's okay not to look good. You walking in your truth every day, knowing God removed you from that situation for you and your kids. And she needed I let her pour onto me so she can hear encouraging words that it is okay. It was fine for you leaving that situation. And us as women, we don't do that enough for each other to uplift each other, especially when we down. A lot of women like to basically take the male side. Well, what did you do for him to put his hands on you? What did you do, girl? You stupid for leaving your relationship, knowing he taking care of the household. So what? She could do it too. Just like I told her, I said, just like you moved here in Tampa to start your life over, so what? Because you and your kids sleeping on the air mattress. So what? Some people don't even have that. And like I told her, I say, feel grateful and blessed that you have that air mattress to sleep on. You showing him every day, hey, I don't need you. And I had to remind her, don't give up to where you go back because you feel like you don't have nothing to stand on. Don't give up. Like you said, you was able to get you and your kids a townhome, a 3-bedroom townhome. You moved in with nothing. But so what? You have God. And so, I told her, I said, I'm going to be praying for you. Because she needed that outlet. She needed somebody she could lean on and talk to. Because she probably don't have nobody to do that. She could seek out and just pour out to. And I'm a stranger. I don't know her. She don't know me. And I can't judge her because I've been in that situation. So If somebody's listening and going through domestic violence with their partner, husband, whatever, if you could get out the situation, please do so. Do not stay in the situation because you feel like, oh, he providing. He the only man that probably want me. All those thoughts that they will put in your head. Get out the situation. The situation is unhealthy when he first started putting his hands on you. When he first started mistreating you. When he first started talking to you any kind of way. That was the start of the down spiral of the relationship then. But us as women, we like to turn a blind eye and say, oh, he just going through something. What can he really be going through to treat you that way? I'm not finna hold no man and say, just because how you was raised or whatever your trauma may be is the reason why you disrespect me, you beat me every day because of what you went through in your past. I don't think so. Sometimes we got to get out of our own delusion and look at reality. Sis, how? And I had to tell her, I said I was a woman that was being abused and didn't know an outlet, didn't know where to go, where to turn to, look for resources, and was told, oh, they couldn't help because I was married. But if you are able to walk away from the situation, please do so. Now, that's the only time you'll hear me say walk away from a situation when it's domestic violence involved. Because I don't want to see no woman getting abused. Or a man. Matter of fact. Because it's women out here beat men. Mistreat men as well. Domestic violence is not a good thing. It is a bad thing. It is unhealthy for the relationship. Especially if kids are involved. It is a very toxic situation. If people say, well, you can make your marriage work, how can you change a person that's beating on you? Day in and day out, he's beating on you. But you got people telling you, stick around, make it work. He gonna change. When? When she's dead and gone? When? How much beating she have to take for this man to change? And it always be those ones, because she did speak on, I'm not going to give too much details about the dude, but she did say he has a lot of money and he was providing everything. And she got drawn in that way. And she's trying to cope with not having certain things in her life now. And I told her that's materialistic. You can replace that by doing it yourself. But as soon as you get that urge, well, I don't have this, I don't have that, my hair not done, my nails not done. Sis, it's okay. All this stuff is materialistic. This stuff that we do to ourselves to make ourselves look good, this is by choice. God didn't put us on this earth with our nails and hair done and makeup on and lashes on. No. This is stuff that was man-made, and we decided if this was going to make us look good, we going to do it to make ourselves look good for our own self. You know what I'm saying? So we can't look at the materialistic stuff and be like, this is what I need, right? No, that is a want. When you meet a guy and he said, oh, here, babe, here go $100 to go get your nails done. Here go $200 to go get your hair done. And you overlooking the negative side of the situation when he's slapping you, he calling you out your name. You overlooking that because he handing you money to go do things that you want for yourself, that you can really do for yourself. And I'm not saying just to be independent, but us as women, we have to realize our worth, and we have to know, hey, this is not right. I have to leave the situation. This man is either mistreating me, he's cheating on me, he's beating me, he's beating me, especially when I find out what he's doing. That's the crazy part right there. That's when you know something is wrong with this person. Because if you hurting me when I found out that you doing something wrong, but you hurting me in the process, You beating on me because I'm finding out you cheating on me. Sis, we got to wake up, baby. We have to wake up and realize the things that we letting people do to us is not right. When is the time that you going to throw in the towel and say, this is not for me, I got to go? And I had to do the same thing. I'm speaking about this because I was walking in her shoes. I was walking in her shoes. One time I had 2 black eyes, I had to put on makeup. This man beat me. And he know he beat me. And it's like, in reality, you try to come to the terms of, at some point, I was at a space where when we would argue, I said, go ahead and hit me. I know you want to hit me. Go ahead. Hit me. Because I was like, I ain't fighting no more. If you gonna hit me so we can get that part out the way. Go ahead and hit me so we can get that part out the way. And then whatever else we can just continue arguing about. But if you want to hit me, just go ahead and hit me. Because I know you want to hit me. Because if that's your way of punishing me because of either what I said to you or however, if I didn't do something you didn't like, if that's your way of punishing me, baby, go ahead and just hit me and let's just get that part out the way. And when I said that to him, he looked at me like, so you want to get beat? Well, obviously, you gonna hit me anyways. So what difference does it really make? So at some point, I was watching someone else's podcast last night. And it was a guy, and he spoke on basically saying that letting women know that if a guy, certain signs, I think he gave like 5 signs of saying that the guy does not love you, right? So I can remember 1 through 3, I think. But number 1 was, sis, if he not calling you, checking in, not really checking in as what he's doing, checking in with you to see how is your mental state, how is your part 2, sis, he don't love you. So as I was saying in part 1 about me, I was stating that I was listening to someone else's podcast, and it was about men. Basically, he was giving advice to women, letting them know that the man who they think loved them, that really does not love them. So he gave like 5 examples, and I can only remember 1 through 3, so bear with me. So number 1, he said, sis, basically that's me talking to you all, whoever listening, and this is what he touched on. If a man is not calling you to check in, and when I say check in, I'm not saying for him to check in with you to let you know his whereabouts of what he doing, but to check in with you mentally, to see if the woman that he say he love is okay. And that's not, I'm not saying a control thing or anything like that, because it could be many ways for a person to be checking in with you. Control is different. We all know what control is. When someone has to let a person know A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, at the whole alphabet. That's control. But what I'm saying is, he touched bases on, if a man is not calling you someone who they say they love deeply, right? He may not love you that way, that you may feel like this man is in love with me and he see me as his somebody that he can be with for long term, right? Number 2, he said, if a man is not does not cherish you enough if he sees you as his wife. Because basically we know we have certain men in our life for certain reasons. And it may be that particular season for this person to be in your life. But he spoke on deeply because he was speaking to females. He said, if that man coming over to your house only on certain occasions, he only calling you for certain reasons, he only reaching out to you for certain things, he not returning your calls, he not texting you, he's not like everything that you need from a man as a woman, this person is not doing it. He's not, without even you asking for anything. And if he's not coming out his way and say, hey, hon, I did this for you, you don't have to ask. If that man is not doing certain things for you as you would do for him, he don't love you the same, sis. And if a man tell you, well, I didn't think about it that way, or I don't see things the way you see things, we as women always try to downplay that part when the man tell us that. Well, you know, me and him don't see things the same. Sis, how? How? This is a man. He should know what he wants. Or he don't see you that way. We have to ask ourselves that. Because he may go be with Charlene and do everything that you wanted for him to do for you, but he doing it for Charlene. So we have to ask ourselves, stop downplaying that part when he say, oh, I didn't see it that way. I didn't think to go buy you roses when you bought me something for my birthday. Or to just write a happy birthday card. Or to text you happy birthday. Holidays, that be the biggest part, especially around those times. And we as women, we always go up and beyond for some reason. But the guy, for some reason, to tell us, well, I don't go out my way for special occasions. Or is it just me you don't go out your way for special occasions for? Make it make sense. And us as women, we try to say, well, he not that type of guy. Girl, really? I don't been married, divorced, and he's a great provider. So I'm not going to say it's men out here that would not provide for a woman. And we can't downplay that. Us as women, we cannot downplay that part. And I see, and I commend him still to this day. I say, you handling your business as a man. And guess what he told me? He said, Keisha, you taught me that. I can't be in your house without providing. I say, you got that right. So I know for a fact the next woman gonna get cherished, honey. And that's not me. That's not a jealous feeling in me or nothing. That's something I can be proud of. In him, knowing me as a woman, I embedded that in him. Oh, you gonna get this. Oh, you not forcing him to do it, but letting him know, if I'm your wife, I'm your woman, you gonna make sure I'm straight. Either way it goes. So I know the next woman getting the luxury of what I had. But it's a dark side to that luxury that I had to let go. But if the next woman willing to put up with it and deal with it, kudos to her. I'm not going to say, girl, you stupid. I'm not going to say, girl, you dumb. Girl, you need to leave him. She going to have to find that out on her own. Because some women are willing to accept what I was not willing to accept or be put up with any longer. So I'm going to take kudos to you. If you're willing to deal with it, God bless you. Every woman that's walked this earth are not strong enough to deal with certain things that men take them through. But us as women, we have to acknowledge certain things. And when you know it's not right, you have to be ready for your exit. And I'm talking about mentally. I ain't talking about anything else, but mentally you have to be ready for your exit. And some women is not strong enough to exit a situation. They're not strong enough mentally to leave a situation alone when they know it's not right. How is it healthy for you, sis? This is not healthy at all. And I had to let the young lady know, listen, you doing the right thing. Keep going. Don't let something hinder you because you feel like what you don't have in the Part 3 of Sis T Don't Love You. I'm sorry, y'all. People keep calling my phone. My alarm's going off because I'm about to walk into work. But I have to get this off my chest. I really do. And us as women, we just have to be able to be strong and move forward in our life for whatever God has planned for us. We have to have a strong mindset. And I just want to praise God because glory to God, He gave me His grace. And I appreciate it every day. And this ain't something I just learned. God gave me His grace when I left. When I threw in the towel. When I said enough is enough. I can't do it no more. That's when God gave me His grace. He said, Keisha, this is not for you. So I'm not going to leave you here to fight this battle. And He removed me from that battle. Whatever the situation was for me to get removed from that battle, God did that. And I am so thankful and blessed for it. I may be feeling a certain void, but I am grateful and blessed that God removed me from that battle. That was a battle, honey. I was at war every day. I was at war trying to fight this demon, trying to save a marriage, trying to prove a point, trying to show society this is me and what really is going on. Not trying to realize, honey, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Either they gonna like you with him or without him. Which one? The battle was over when God seen me throw in the towel. And us as women, we have to realize when we give up on certain situations, we giving up for a reason. And you may hear some women say, I'm not gonna never give up on my marriage or my relationship. Sis, that's you. Ain't no way in the hell, excuse my language, I'm staying in their relationship and marriage and a man is beating the effing out of me. Sorry. He's mistreating me. Sorry. He's disrespecting me. Sorry. Who? When? Where? And how? I'm not doing it. Ain't no way in HELL that I'm going to do it. You want to mistreat me? Guess what? All communications is cut off. So I want to end this episode. And yes, it is a 3-part. But whoever listening or will be listening, I hope and pray if you are in a situation that you are trying to figure out what is really going on. Sis, let it go. If you don't try everything in the world, you don't pray to God, God probably don't give you signs, and you still trying to figure out how can I fix this situation, you may have to let it go. Don't feel bad by walking away. Don't feel guilty by giving up. Because you have to think about your mental peace. I need peace. You need peace. You have to think about that. You need peace. God ain't put us women on this earth to suffer. Especially not that way. So I want to say thank you all for listening. Thank you for hearing me today. Please go make sure you like my Facebook page, Sister I Got You. And also continue to listen to my podcast, Sister I Got You. I really appreciate it. If you can leave a comment, what you think about this 3-part episode. Sis, this man don't love you. Because if he did, he'll tell anybody, that's my queen. And you gonna respect my queen. That's my queen. He would treat you like the woman you are. You hear me? So please, if you can fix it, if you can change that man around, go ahead. I ain't saying he won't change. Because some men do. They get with other people and they change. Or they may end up changing. If you could do that, if you that woman, you feel you could do that, then do it. But if you that woman feel like you don't see no change, no growth, the situations are the same, the communication not improving, he never gonna say we gonna get married or anything, sis, it's time to go. What you holding on to? And I'm not saying that because I've been married. We got married for the wrong reasons. So, someone called me again. But I want to just end this episode and say thank you all for listening and joining my podcast. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day and a blessed and wonderful year. And to all my sisters, just keeping that thought in your mind with you knowing the situation. Is it right for you? You have to make that decision yourself, my sister. So I pray that you find grace and happiness and peace and joy, everything that you deserve in your life. Thank you. Have a nice day, everyone.